Hello, 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 thank you so much for joining me once again. My name is still Brian, this is still my channel, and today we are going to finish, not Scarlet Hollow as a whole, but Chapter 5, or Episode 5 of Scarlet Hollow. Now last week, I believe, or it'll be last week as of the time that I released this, we did part 1 of it, which was the first to be released. And basically what happened, if you need a little bit of recap, we kind of woke up in some previously unexplored area of the Scarlet Hollow mansion. So we kind of poked around a little bit. Basically we found Wayne, who's like a guardian angel or whatever, and had some weird intimate moment with him, which I'm still not entirely sure what that was about. And then we went to essentially confront our cousin Tabitha at the mines because Wayne told us that she couldn't be trusted. And we're like, well, let's go ahead and, force some honesty out of you. So we ran into both Tabitha and our friend Stella, and Tabitha essentially tried to, how's the best way to put it? Apparently generations ago, some patriarch of the Scarlet family basically made some kind of weird deal. Like, if you've seen the movie Ready or Not, it's basically that, where it's like, oh yeah, we'll make some deal with an entity, and, in exchange, all you have to do is occasionally kill a person and, sacrifice them during the game of hide and seek. Except in this case, apparently, to maintain the success of the family, one Scarlet relative needs to basically be locked away in the dungeon of this mansion. So it seems that the reason Tabitha brought us here was so that we could be that new chained up relative. Now, I feel like reasonably we were not very happy with that. So we basically decided to ask if there was any other way around it. And that kind of made Tabitha lose it, revealed that she'd already called the cops on us. The cops came to arrest us. And then, instead of taking us to the station, we learned that there's some kind of murder situation at the local farm. And they're gonna take us in the squad car there instead. Now, that is what was canon to my playthrough. I will say, like I promised at the end of the last episode, I kind of wanted to poke around at the various dialogue options to see if there was basically I wanted to see if I cut off all the dialogue options by going to Tabitha first, or if I could go to Sybil or Bo or I'm forgetting our friends' names again. But anyway, any of them, diner owner, whoever it is. Basically, and I won't give away any spoilers in case you want to do this for your playthrough, if you were watching this and interested in playing through it. But basically what happens is no matter which person you choose to visit, it will either take you directly to the farm, or you won't get to talk to that many people before the cops come to arrest you and then take you to the farm. So, whatever happens, we are going to the farm, and we are going to the farm right now. That's a segue. So I believe the last one we did was this one, right? February 19th, 2026, the latest. Yep, I believe that's the one. Okay, so before, this basically said, this is a placeholder for the end of the chapter, which will be released next week. So now we actually have an end of the chapter. So that's what we're doing. As the car pulls up to the farm, you feel it again. A tingling at the back of your skull, an urgency, almost like a hand pressing you gently forward with the threat that it might become more forceful if you don't comply. So much crying. Crying that can only stop if you tend to it. There's definitely another stone here. It's getting harder to ignore that. Deputy Franklin gets out of the car, leaving you in the back as he joins the assembled crowd. Oh, it's gonna be Bo murdered, isn't it? Alright, Sheriff, what's the situation? Oh, good, there's another. I got tired of waiting for y'all to come do your jobs, so he took it upon himself to go investigate the Tremaine household. And he ain't come back and it's been hours. Who's Sheriff Hugby? Irma, I'll do the honors of briefing the officer on our current situation. You can go back to the house and let us handle it from here. But you all don't know about his traps and whatnot. Duke was always saying not to go in there on account of the Tremaine insanity. It's alright, ma'am. We're the police. Facing dangerous situations is our job. I'm basically just giving the police one voice at this point. The woman who you take to be Beau's mom reluctantly returns to the porch of her house, watching the other building intently as the officers talk amongst themselves. Franklin, you're with me. We're heading on in to get a handle on the situation. Derrickson, you listen in from the squad car. Hopefully we can settle this without you, but you're our backup if things go south, alright? Yes, sir. Think there's any hope for the hostage? Then awful quiet. If you ask me, I don't suspect there is a hostage. Not anymore. We're more likely to be giving the doctor a call once all this is settled. With a tip of his hat, Hugby signals to Franklin, and the two make their way up the hill towards the old farmhouse. Hey there, Snow and Nerdy. Sorry you had to come along for the ride. We'll have you back at the station soon enough. It sounds like this won't take long to settle. In the meantime, I'll keep you company. Oh, we don't have to hurry. I'm just gonna be, chained up forever in my family's dungeon, so, take your time. Don't worry about it. The thing calling out to you is starting to lose its patience. You need to find a way out of here before it gets angry. Could you let me go, please? I haven't done anything wrong. Oh, I'm sure you haven't. That's why we're gonna bring you in to answer a few questions, so we can prove as much. And if we see that you really aren't a threat to the town, then we'll let you go, and that'll be that. Are you worried about what Tabitha will do when she finds out you abducted me, considering that she was the one that called you on me in the first place? Well, now, abducted is a very strong language. And as much as your cousin thinks she runs the town, an unappointed individual can't hold so much sway that it impedes the workings of the law. We still have jobs to do, whether she likes it or not. You don't think Beau is dead in there, do you? Love to be wrong about this. I really would. It'd be a real shame considering what poor Irma's already been through this week. But Beau's a big man. Hard to keep a big man like that from moving around making a fuss, and you've seen a whole lot of nothing going on there. So I wonder if this has to do... Beau was talking about some kind of, produce that was, vandalized or stolen. I think it was, his pumpkins. Wonder if that has to do with it at all, or if it's a completely different situation. Still is the grave, if you pardon the expression. I do not pardon that expression. Could you also arrest the guy that's been stalking me since he's doing real crime? Stalker, huh? Look, I'll level with you. There's not much we can do about a stalker until they do something a little more incriminating than follow somebody around. So you let us know when that happens, and we can see about helping you out. Yeah, that's kind of the problem. Especially, with IRL law, from what I understand, it's when it's all suspicion, and the cops can't act until they actually harm you, it's a little too late after that. In the meantime, we'll keep you safe and sound down at the station where no boogeyman can get you. I'll give you $100. There's some really good options here. I want to choose one of these options, but I'm trying to decide what the funniest one is going to be. Let's go with the American way, which is I'm going to sue you all so hard. I'm going to take this to the FBI, the Supreme Court, the Ultra Supreme Court. What, you had some big important plans around town today? Perhaps you'd care to enlighten me. Whose life were you going to make a mess of this time? Well, you abducted me. Look at me. I'm not actively doing things. I don't have big important plans all the time besides do yoga and record for my YouTube channel. But I feel like I would still be pretty annoyed if the cops just came in and arrested me for no reason. That's all I'm saying. Threats are no way to get what you want. Just sit quietly and we'll sort this out. And know that if you try to make problems, we can make plenty for you too. There's a sound coming from the house on the hill. Shouting, angry and panicked. A frantic voice crackled over the radio. Derrickson, come in! The sheriff is down! Those damn traps! Irma wasn't kidding! Keep it together, Franklin. Is he breathing? And what's the status on Tremaine Calloway? Something in the basement. Going down now. Over. You hear an ungodly noise over the radio. a gunshot, and then static. Ooh, okay. Franklin, report! But there's only silence. Damn it. What kind of weird traps are these? Deputy Derrickson, with the D lowercase for some reason, hesitates briefly outside your door, as if hoping someone might leave the farmhouse without him getting involved. But after a few seconds, he's heading up the hill, yelling something to Irma. Ah, there's Wayne! And then a figure appears outside the car door. A moment later, you hear the click of a lock. It's time to go. You get out of the car, your body moving on instinct. The stone is louder outside. Its song is buzzing in your ears, drowning out the world, calling you up the hill towards the old farmhouse. That stone can't think straight. That's all you're able to sputter out. The buzzing drowns out your words. You can almost feel it pulling, your feet aching to move.
It's alright. This will be over soon. I really would have preferred it if we could all do all this together. But the witch started it early. I should have known she would.
The handcuffs fall away from your wrists. You weren't paying attention to what he did to make that happen because it doesn't matter. You have somewhere to be.
But she's at her most vulnerable now, and she won't be expecting you. So go on. I'll be watching. Nothing bad is gonna happen to you.
You know, given that the start of the game before the title screen even comes up says you might not even be able to save yourself, I'm skeptical. He gives you a hard shove forward, then he's gone. Hey, what the hell just happened? Was that Wayne? But you don't have time to respond to your cousin. Today's event has already begun. Yet you're interrupted by yet another car pulling up to the scene. Tabitha, Irma, Snowy Nerdy, I got paged by the sheriff. What the hell is going on here? Where are all the cops? The talking is just noise. The words don't matter. There's a humming in your head, almost like a voice, one you can just barely make out. But you know it'll be clearer the closer you get to the stone. And I think this is the same kind of stone that's made us pass out multiple times at this point. You start wandering up towards the farmhouse at the top of the hill. Hey, I'm talking to you! Oh, come on. You just headed to Julius's. But you continue forward. You barely even notice your hand slipping over the doorknob. And now you're inside. Ooh, okay, that's... Yep, these are weird traps for sure. Wait, wasn't I just referencing Saw 2 in my video, like, last time? That's weird. What if there's any, like, neurotoxin seeping into the cabin? Sheriff Hugby dangles in the middle of the room. An axe attached to some strange mechanism in the ceiling is embedded in his face, holding up his corpse in an imitation of life. Jesus. Careful, Joan. There are traps all over the damn place. This old guy really is crazy, huh? Who the hell put something like that in the house? Past the body, you can see a giant pumpkin through the door to the garage, cracked open, its guts strewn across the floor. Pumpkin! I knew it! Seeds dotted across the hardwood like a trail of breadcrumbs leading to the basement stairs. What the hell's going on here? Derrickson? Is there a doc here yet? We need a medical professional down here. She's right there! Oh, okay. His voice is coming from the basement. That's what you needed. You just, try not to get axed through the face. He's been shot, Joan. Think you better call somebody. Oh, Avery. That's who I was thinking of, the diamond owner. The doctor's here? Julius, you should let her come down. You don't really want the officer to die down here, do you? Oh. I'm not the one blocking the stairs. I'm not the one you gotta convince. Oh, right. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. Sorry, I was remembering something that happened through a non-canon playthrough, which was we couldn't find Avery. That was something that happened off-screen last time I played this. That wasn't in the, story that we're doing, but it was one of the other options that I checked out. Anyway, weird person, unknown. It won't be blocked for you. The stone wants you here. Everybody, shut up! Avery, that's your name, right? Get pressure on that wound. Yes, ma'am. Get away from me, kid! But the doctor... I don't care. Let him bleed. You're only making problems for yourself, Tremaine. Ah, Tremaine, that must be him. Dr. Kelly quickly pulls out her phone. Damn it, there's no signal in here. I've got to step outside. You keep holding that wound and no one else better die while I'm gone. The doctor pulls at the door, but a weave of fibrous tendrils hold it shut. It would seem that the same forces that let all of you in refuse to let anyone leave. Are we stuck here? What the hell are we supposed to do now? But you already know what to do. You know, I feel like we should probably approach the basement. It's kind of a gut instinct, but, you know, when you get a gut instinct like that, I think you should follow it. You're vaguely aware that Officer Derrickson is trying to stop you, but he's too nervous to take a step, as I would also be. You reach the basement door and start to claw at the weird fleshy vines blocking your way. They're strong, but they relent under your touch, welcoming you down below. Who the hell? That might just be his voice now. Oh! Okay, this is interesting. So this is like a flashback to Enoch. So he was the guy who did the, like, old-timey Confederate soldier writing a letter to his loved one in the Civil War voice. So you tried to undermine me, witch. I should have known you'd try to find a way around the rules. You've trapped the town. This isn't what any of us wanted. You should nullify the deal before this gets any worse. It's just unhappy. I didn't think something like that would be so opinionated. But I have a plan to placate it. If it wants a less broken body, it can have one. Then we'll see if it still feels cheated enough to hold a grudge. It's not too late, Enoch. You can let Eddie have the baby and your family can go back to normal, happy and unburdened. I'll clean everything up. It can be like nothing ever happened. I'll even leave town. Manipulative hag. That's what you wanted all along, wasn't it? This whole ordeal was just an opportunity for you to have access to it. Well, I know better than to hand an ounce power over to you, Verena. Is Julius the voice? I don't know. Everyone's still alive? Tabitha coughs. I think I broke something. Yeah, me. Did you have to fall right into the gunshot wound? Oof. Enoch fucked everyone over. Even the witch. Witch? Sybil! It is Sybil! I knew it! That may have been canon already, or I might have just missed it. But that was my suspicion. She took you into taking her side in all this? Guess I should have known I probably wasn't the only one whose life she decided to fuck with. But now that we know canonically it is Sybil, I can use my Sybil voice. But all that ends now. I'm in charge here and I'll get what I was promised. Hey man, calm down. It's all good. Speak for yourself. What on earth is this? Oh, they did say fibrous tendrils. Your vision finally focuses and your mind is once again your own. Avery watches you furtively from across the room. The man, Julius, presumably him, holds a gun in silent threat. Franklin clutches at a nasty wound in his side, blood spilling out onto the dirt floor of the unfinished basement. And in the corner is Bo. Oh, that must be Bo. Something is attached to him, the source of the awful noise. Stutters with pain inhalations. Bo is still breathing, but he doesn't look well. The stone brought you here and stuck you in the middle of another nightmare. No, Nerdy, we can't get to you. The door is sealed shut. Even as she yells to you, her voice is faint. The door's still shut! Barely audible behind the now thickened roots and vines that block your escape. Let's bring the Scarlets up to speed. Julius, they looked a little shell-shocked. Where do I fucking begin? Alright. So yeah, that is just gonna be my voice for him. I apologize if it's inconvenient. So the witch. I caught her doing some shit she shouldn't have been doing, and she offered me a deal if I kept it to myself. Always wanted to raise a boy of my own. God never saw fit to give me the chance. She gave me the means to right that injustice. Only, it obviously didn't quite go the way it was supposed to. Cal always interfered, just like always. Made it so I had to hatch him earlier than he was ready, and he came out hungry. Too hungry for me to handle. He kept trying to get at me, so I had to hole up down here. Been stuck since fucking Wednesday night. Damn witch wouldn't let me leave, and they've clogged up the drain, so I haven't been able to call that witch and get her to make things right. Ah. But I'm a man of preparedness. Figured I could wait it out. Until Bobby decided to trespass. Guess he lost a tussle with my boy, and the two of them wound up down here with me. And that about sums it up. I guess in the end it's only fair. A son for a son. And both ain't ever pretty, is it? It's not like doing it the old-fashioned way, it's all sunshine and roses. Well, as I understand, the first part is, it's just kind of the, back half of the process that's a little inconvenient. Just hope you wind up looking more like a person when he's done cooking. So what? We're all supposed to just wait around down here until he's done or something? I don't give a shit about your story, Tremaine. None of that gives you a reason to shoot a cop. Yeah, that's just because it's Friday here. That's the reason. Self-defense, castle doctrine, yeah, I guess. It's almost like the proliferation of guns everywhere and having them as the solution to everything is a bad idea. Who would have guessed? You know how to contact her, the witch. Of course I fucking do. You don't want some sort of idiot who makes a deal without some way to get around it? Not my fault. Thought that things went to shit before I could call her up. Fact is, I've tried, but the only means of contact I've got is that faucet over there. It's fed by natural spring water. That's her preferred method of communication. Like her internet, I suppose. But as you can see, it's currently out of order. My boy's got his, me all in there, but we won't be getting a drop off until he's calmed down. He'll have your witch as soon as all this is settled. So don't do anything stupid, none of ya. The conversation is interrupted by Bo shifting uncomfortably as the creature lets out a guttural moan. I guess that's the creature. So what? We're supposed to just wait until the Calloway kid dies? That's exactly right. My kid keeps born and we all forget this ever happened. Alright, let's keep pressing on the witch. What exactly did you catch her dealing that made her make a deal with you? Oh my god, I'm gonna have to do this voice for a long time already, I can tell. Look, I'm a man of my word. She told me I got what I wanted, and I told her she would get my silence. I'll stand with her. With that being said, perhaps it had something to do with that husband of hers and whatever it was she was sick with. Husband? She's married? But she's so young. Young? Do you need glasses or something? That woman's a goddamn crone if I've ever seen one. And it ain't like she's married now anyway. He's been dead for some time on account of the illness. Alright, so we have more to ask about the witch. What makes you think Sybil is the witch? She's just helpful, even though I've suspected her for a long time. Oh, sure she is. She was all kinds of helpful once I had dirt on her that she wanted to be kept quiet. And of course, all of y'all think she's nice. Everybody in town drinks that tea. Seems to make people awful fond of her. Bo squirmed with discomfort. The baby seems to be digging deeper. I don't know. The situation. Maybe if we let Dr. Kelly in here, she can help. We might save Bo without killing your son thing. I don't know if Julius is the one you have to convince. The baby is pretty freaked out right now. It's been getting worse since everybody started coming in. It's trying to protect itself. That's right. My boy's got excellent instincts for self-preservation. So unless he decides to let her come down here, we'd best leave it be. Let's see here. Let's go with the naive option. What if it's not the tea? What if people just like Sybil because she's a good person? Like those exist. The fact you can look at what's happening in this room and think she's still a good person tells me you've been drinking a lot of her tea. Yeah, I guess. Just talk about it has me craving some right now. Am I brainwashed? Is that the only reason I like her? Kid, I get the feeling you come by that sort of thinking all on your own. I don't think you ever met somebody you didn't try to like. Myself included. Yeah, I guess. What were the terms of this deal you made? When I caught her doing what she was doing, she offered me this ritual thing in exchange for my silence. Offered it right away, like she could just see right through me. Knew exactly what I wanted most. Suppose you didn't know I'm not the kind of man who turned somebody in anyway. Her business was her business. She didn't have to bother giving me some recipe to cook a boy from dirt, blood, and pumpkin seed, but I took it anyway. Ah! Okay. So that explains why Bo was missing his pumpkin, because this dude is, harvesting babies. Or something. I don't know, this game is weird, but I like it. Then I just sat on it for a while, till a moment of weakness.
What was the ritual? Did you do something to Duke's pumpkin, and that's not a euphemism?
It wasn't his damn pumpkin! It was on my property, and the only reason I got as big as it was because I fed it my own blood every night since the day it was planted. Bleeding on the dirt like some kind of Satan worshipper. If that don't make you mine, I don't know what does. God knows if I'm crazy doing it, though. But I'm not proud to say my judgment was a bit clouded. I was in a bad way. The thought of bringing a boy into the world was just about the only thing that made me feel like I should stick around. Not that any of y'all need to know about that. Only serves as explanation as to why I trusted her in the first place. Bo twitches, his skin blossoming with fresh bruises. The thing takes more of it. Let's see here. Oh no. Alright, well, we're gonna keep going with dialogue options. Did the witch tell you how to take care of this thing once it's done? It's meant to be a kid once it's done. Other people seem to figure out how to raise those all the time. Don't need her giving me parenting tips. Although, honestly, I don't know if everyone knows how to raise a parent. Raise a kid. Sorry, there was just a flash outside my apartment. I don't know what that was. But yeah, you know, there are definitely ways you don't want your child to grow up. So, you know, it's not necessarily a given that you know how to do it. Most babies don't eat people to live. That doesn't seem that unusual to me, actually. Isn't this kind of what babies do to their mothers? Not like they're eating takeout in there for 9 months, you know? I guess. Exactly what the kid said. Yeah, the inside of a pregnant lady looks just like that. Okay, a few less roots attached, sure, but other than that, not far off. So do I have anything else to do with the witch now? Bo and the baby. Is there really no way we could separate him from Bo? Maybe we offered him something better. This ain't a debate. Shut up or I'll say what I'll say. Okay, very considerate of you.
I don't know, Julius. I still think there's something we're missing. And Snow and Nerd thinks so too. Maybe it's worth talking about again. That's why I'm here in the first place, right? To come up with some other solution?
And you and I already decided this was best. Their discussion was had and done with before anybody else even showed up. Alright, let's see here. What does that thing do in the bow? He's fertilizer. Okay.
He's a person!
Not anymore. He's just a body that just happens to still be moving around. My boy had the time he needed. He wouldn't be doing all this. He could have been born quietly in the field like he was supposed to, but he came out too early. An exchange has to be made. That's what the clone always said, and someone that's changing.
Does it have to be him? Could we move it to somebody else?
Any volunteers? Avery slowly raises their hand. Put your hand down, kid. This wasn't one of the rhetorical questions you weren't supposed to answer. I wouldn't do this to you. Besides, my boy's got the biggest hunk of meat in the room, and I think he's happy with that. I doubt he'd give it up easy. I got the feeling turning him out wouldn't be so good for Bo either. The things under Bo's skin shift, writhing in an imitation of clenching muscle. Does your son have a name? We don't name a kid till after he's born. Even I know that. Bad luck if you do it early. Okay. Can I talk? It's barely a day old. Of course he can't talk. And I guess that makes sense.
And it's making noises. Kinda sounds like babbling, right? Like babies do. How about it, baby? Can you say mama?
The baby makes a horrible sound that's not even remotely similar to mama. What a stupid baby. Bo seems in a bad way. His eyes are glazed, his jaw slack, except where the roots of the childlike thing are holding it in place. His body can't take much more. How do you get down here? How do you thought about what happens after this. Julius, the sheriff's dead. I don't know. Oh my gosh. So half of me is tempted to do what I did the other day. I guess it'll be yesterday of my taping. But part of me wants to just try to like rip this thing away. And try to save Bo, because I feel like if I take too many dialogue options, he's just gonna run out of time. But I feel like Bo is pretty much screwed, right? Like if I destroy this thing, like Julia said, it's not gonna be that great for Bo either. So might as well keep exploring. Bo, can you hear me? Are you alive? Gotta get back to Mama. Worrying about me. I don't think it likes when he talks. Those things under his skin start moving. It's painful. Everybody should stop asking him questions. Let him die easy. Julius, dude, we gotta do something. Bo's in a lot of pain. This can't be what was supposed to happen. Right. I'm tempted to ask more about the situation, but honestly, a lot of these dialogue options don't seem all that interesting to me, so... if I die, I can just reset. I just saved it. We have to fucking kill that thing, man, but nobody does anything. You rest against the wall waiting, watching the thing as it slowly solidifies, but more confidence both grow shallow. I can't let this happen. He attempts to lean forward, reaching with a bloodied hand for his gun, but Tabitha kicks him, stopping him in mid-motion, his face contorting with pain. Quit it! Just let the guy have his freak baby. Or do you want to get shot again? I don't appreciate your tone, young lady. Remember, you're in my house. It don't matter who you're related to here. Okay. You're normal, baby. Happy? Everyone watches each other with unease. Is it alright? Is it alright if I sit by him? Sure, but I'll shoot you if you make any moves, kid. I don't want to, but I will. Avery shifts, settling closer to Bo. They take his hand in theirs, which doesn't seem to do anything to comfort the man as the roots sink deeper, taking more. I'm sorry, Bo. It'll be over soon, okay? You're not alone. Nobody should die alone. I can't die. Mama would be sad. But he does. The thing finally pulls away from what's left of Bo, and in place of the dead man's breathing, its ungodly cries fill the room. I wonder if there is a way to save Bo. Because I don't know. The baby does kind of solidify here. I might go back at some point, kind of do what I did yesterday, and just see if there's a way to try to stop Bo from dying here. But I'm not going to do that right now. Our canon is that Bo's dead. Sorry about that, Bo. It's alright, boy. Just kill the man. No, I watched him die. I'll kill you. Or at least I will have if you ever finish dying. The creature's connection to its womb has been severed, and the house grows unnaturally, straining under the weight of the meat that infiltrated its walls. The faucet in the corner of the room finally unclogged, bursts to life, and water pours out onto the dirt floor. Here comes Sybil! You want to do a witch? Well, here she comes! That woman is the literal last person on Earth I want to see right now. Did she tell you what you're supposed to do with it now? Do you know what it eats? I mean, what else it eats? Your hands are wet. The water is spreading, pooling around you, making the floor slippery with mud. We're not calling him It. He gets a proper name now. Joseph, after my father. And I brought some baby food. You think you'll like cream spinach? The water is suddenly much higher. It rises up past your ankles. Plot twist. Sybil's not actually gonna come. We all just drown, and that's the end of the game. Is anybody else seeing the water? take the pig. Got a fresh one here. That thing gets anywhere near me, we are gonna drown. It's like everyone else in the room is in a different world, arguing while the water rises around them as if they don't even see it. And then they're swallowed up in the flood. That's it? You feel like you're choking. There's water in your lungs, or there should be. Your ears are filled with the sound of a rushing current. It's cold and dark, and there are people screaming everywhere. There are bodies in the water with you. They're all dead. 1,000 corpses, 1,000 homes, all torn to pieces. But the flood recedes. It hasn't happened yet. What the fuck is going on? You are the mother of a daughter, and your daughter has told you about her terrible dream. It's going to kill everyone! You are not the one who had the vision. Not yet. It has only been described to you by the daughter you have been teaching, as your mother taught you. You're the only one who can stop it, Mother! But you won't be strong enough! And we got a little eye here. Well, we had a little... Oh! No, the eye is just the cursor. This is so weird! Her words are heavy. Oh no, okay. I don't know what's going on! Of course I'll stop it. Don't worry so much, daughter. No, Mother! I've seen it! You will try to stop it, and you will die! But there's another path. Take my power. I give it willingly. I won't destroy my own daughter. I won't be destroyed. I'll be with you, the same as I was before. I will never leave you so long as you live. Oh no! I don't know what's going on. Oh my gosh, holy shit. Accept and take your daughter back. Reject and let 1,000 die. Can I save? I guess I'll save. The truth of memory. What is happening? Okay, accept and take your daughter back. Reject and let 1,000 die. I don't know. What would... Oh no. I'm trying to think about what my parents would do if I was in a situation like that. Would like kill me and save 1,000 people. What would they do? Sorry, I am not an actual parent. So, and I probably will not ever be, for multiple reasons that we will not get into on stream. But I'm just trying to like put myself in the position of an actual parent and say, what would they do in this situation? I feel like most people would reject it and let 1,000 die. I feel like most parents could not be they could not live with themselves if they killed their own children. You deny your daughter. The flood comes, and despite your best efforts, the village is swallowed. 1,000 bodies and 1,000 homes. But that's not how it happened. I figured that was probably the case, Jesus. This has already come to pass, and there's no changing it now. No matter how much you might wish it had all gone differently, then why give me the option? Yeah, I figured that was probably the case. Because, like, if you don't accept it, then, like, the tragic history of the Scarlet family or whatever, like, it doesn't come to pass. So you have to accept it. So I'm glad that I tried that, because it was good to see the additional dialogue option. You accept your daughter's decision. She's not the child she once was, and there's a confidence in her that you have no choice but to respect. You take her back. Her power becomes yours. The flood does not come. The village is saved, and no one ever knows the sacrifice that was made for their lives. No one but you. Years have passed. You outlive everyone you used to know. You move on. You meet new people. You start a new life. You have another daughter. Oh, good. So just, you know, that's why you have multiple daughters. You can lose one, you get another one, you're fine. This time the vision is yours. The piece of your first daughter that lives in you shows you what is coming. Rotting bodies in the streets, the smell of sickness on the wind, church bells ringing for an endless parade of funerals, an entire city whose gates will never reopen, everyone inside the walls falling to the curse of plague. You were among their number, your body no longer strong enough to heal even itself. You were not enough to stop it. Not as you are. There's another path, a narrow thread. If you were stronger, you could tug at it and unravel the tapestry of the future. So do I have to absorb this daughter too? Mother, what's wrong? Your daughter will never be as strong as you are, not after what you had to do. But she still carries in her some strength. Enough. Explain it to her. I don't want to take my daughter back. If it prohibited me from doing it the first time, I'm going to try to prohibit it again. You tell her what's coming. You explain what she has to give up, what you both have to give up. You love your daughter, after all. You'll miss her as you miss your first daughter. She is angry. Even when you try to explain that she will be a part of you, that she won't die, she cries and cries, and she tries to run away from you. Fate is attempting to cut its loose thread. Let her go! Give up on the city! I feel like it probably won't let me do that, but I'm gonna try. Your daughter leaves you. You resign yourself to the future. She's one of the first to die. The streets flood with disease, and the bodies are buried, then burned, and left in heaps on the streets until no one is left to remember any of their names. But that's not how it happened. Alright, so I gotta stop her from leaving. I'm still not sure what's going on, but I figured it would probably not let me let her go. You do not let your daughter run from you. No plague comes. The city never knows that it would have been a ruin. Is this like Sybil's origin story? But there's an unhappiness in you. She didn't understand, and what you took of her is angry, confused, restless. You'll have to carry that with you. It is part of the burden of what you are. Though no one knows the depth of what you have done over the years, you have not escaped notice. You find yourself in the capital, in a place whose name has changed too many times to count. A war is brewing. The eyes of those who hold fate in their hands are on you, their lips asking which threads to pull and which to cut. And the tapestry is once again revealed to you. The war rages, and it never stops raging, bleeding that spans generations, children born to die, decades of pain that leave a raw wound on the world. Or it ends before it begins. The few die for the sake of the many. You can guide powerful hands to crush those that need crushing, if only you have more power of your own. You call, I had another daughter. How many daughters am I having? You raise them differently these days. The disquiet left by the reluctant daughter taught you a permanent lesson. They don't need convincing anymore. They are ready to return to you whenever you need them. Alright, so I'm going to plunge the land, and it's going to tell me that's not how it happened. You have a change of heart that has to end sometime. Hundreds of thousands suffer, countless lives cut short, your daughters among them. In a privileged place by your side, the war reaches her, and both of you burn along with everyone else. You saved her for nothing, but of course that's not how it happened. Take her back and stop the war. The daughter joins her sister easily, as she has been trained to do. You are the only one who will remember her sacrifice and her name. A small rebellion is crushed before it becomes a revolution. People in power are happy. You leave. You don't want to see any more visions of war. You set your sights on a place where there are no kings. And yet, even an ocean away, power finds you. A man with aspirations. Anyone can hold power here, you have discovered, if they're vicious enough to want it. The hunger in him senses the power in you. And for a time, you humor him. You allow him to give you a life of comfort. You and your unprecedented fourth daughter. You don't see a future where he ever grows more powerful than you can manage. Not till the vision comes. A war like none the world has witnessed. A fledgling nation devoured in the nest. A man who sits on a throne where none was meant to be. The world under his cruel fist, bowing to his crushing weight. The very ocean stained red by his influence. He is already on his way, you realize too late. You have been too close to him to see it. Your choices have already narrowed. The war is coming whether you strike now or not. The loose thread sticking out from the mass of blood is too weak to grasp it. But you have a daughter. You always have a daughter until you don't. I'm going to try to rest. Of course I'm tired. But the world needs you. You can't let it end like this. The part of you that is your first daughter can't let you. So that's not how it happened. She joins her sisters, as is her destiny, and you remove him from the world. The hole where he is filled, where he was, is filled by lesser men, none of whom remember whose shoes they're stepping into, and none of whom can hope to command the way he would have. Blood is spilled. Less blood, but you still feel every drop. You hide yourself away from the world. You and your 5th daughter! Am I gonna have any sons? Not that I want sons, but I'm like, 5 daughters seems very unlikely. Or the twist is like I have like 12 sons, but they're just absolutely powerless and worthless, so I can't absorb them. The visions still find you, but here they're small. The decision's simple. You make them all the same, helping where you can. A storm halted, a conflict settled. Until one day, when you were shown a dark pit. Splintering wood, debris trapping everyone inside, bodies burning as the very rock catches fire. Children screaming as their flesh bubbles, then silence as lungs fill with smoke. You know the choice that lies in front of you. Not this time! It'll definitely let me not do it. You take your daughter's hand and you look her in the eyes. They're green like yours. You don't want to do it this time. You stare out over the hills together as a plume of smoke rises into the air, but you can't hear the screams from here. You assume you will die one day like anyone else. After all, you're long past due. Maybe you're lucky enough to know your grandchildren before you go. Then the man comes, and with him a vision. He has already decided. He is bringing something here, something ravenous that doesn't belong, but that has been pressing at the edges of your world, trying to find a way in. It has its way now, whether you help it or not. Most of the thread you followed comes into focus, and for the first time you follow it beyond your death. Disaster after disaster, crisis after crisis, thousands of years of little cuts that you weren't there to mend. On and on it goes, longer than you can ever hope to follow. It's told eternal and incalculable. But there's a new thread too. If you were patient enough, if you were strong enough when the moment finally comes, if you do everything right, you can devour this thing that sits outside the world. And it'll give you so much power that you will never have to take back a daughter again. You could fix as many things as you care to fix. Floods, plagues, wars, fires probably. Oh, kings and then fires. I don't know. You look into her green eyes, so much like yours. I'm not going to. But I did. Okay, never mind. You welcome her back as you have with every daughter before her, and you help the man. He is arrogant. He cheats the thing from another world in every way he can. He wastes your time. There will have to be more daughters before the day comes that this will be over. When days and daughters come and go, and you are very patient, you have to be if you're to stop the hurt that would scar a world without you there to guide it. And now, you are here, on the cusp of the end, the final daughter, which honestly I've lost track of daughters at this point. Snowy Nerdy? Tabitha? Okay, hang on. So Kanika is the final daughter, which makes sense. So I have been playing through Sybil's eyes, which was my suspicion. She is this like eternal being that's constantly sacrificing her daughters, which is why she's so powerful. So I'm trying to remember Kanika's voice. Snowy Nerdy? Tabitha? What are you two doing here? Are you real? Yeah, we're real. Are you? I don't know. Probably. I wasn't expecting anyone to see me off. I especially wasn't expecting the two of you. So that means you've made up my mind, yeah. Don't try to talk me out of it. It won't work. You're kidding me. Oh my gosh. Okay, I'm gonna do my usual thing where I explore all the many options and then probably try to stop her, even though I won't be able to. I forgot you. I can't believe it all days. Like you just didn't exist. That's weird. I can't even remember that I forgot about it. Yeah, it's part of all this. Soon enough you can go back to forgetting and it'll be like all this never happened. You won't even know to be upset about it. What decision? Kanika's trying to sacrifice herself because her mom said so. Hey, you're leaving a lot out. It's not just because she said so. I mean, you saw the whole vision thing, right? Generations of people are going to suffer if I don't help her. That includes the both of you, by the way. And you know this is all true because she said so. But she's not lying. I know she's not. Sure. The same way she wasn't lying your whole life about her being some kind of immortal witch. Whatever. Like your family didn't keep secrets. At least mine are cool. How do we know any of that really happened? Doubt all you want, but I'm not taking that chance. Which means that if I don't go through with this, I'll know everything my mom could have stopped will be my fault. What exactly is this thing that she's trying to prevent, do you know? That thing that Enoch brought, whatever it is breaking out and causing havoc. And all those disasters my mom would be able to stop if she'd take power for herself. She'd be able to fix the town and make it so people can actually leave again. I don't know what you're... Okay, fine, I know what you're talking about. Do you think I like being stuck? No! I just know that I need to grin and bear it for the sake of everything my family built. That includes the town. For Sybil's plan to work, it would mean destroying Scarlet Hollow. So, the town sucks. It's lived long past its expiration date. You know that. It doesn't mean it has to die. And it doesn't mean you have to die. It's not dying, but I'm fine with it, okay? My life is about to actually mean something. Jeez. Do you really feel like your life has been meaningless? I'm a college dropout working a dead-end job in a dead-end town, lying to myself every day that I'll get out and do something big with my life. But I never could. And apparently it was never my fault. Do you know what a relief it was to learn that? Now I have a chance to make sure no one else gets stuck the way I did, or the way Stella did, or even you, Tabitha. This is so much more than most people could do in a lifetime, saving all those people. It's my purpose in life. Yeah, she made sure of that, didn't she? Ugh, she made sure I was in the right mindset to be able to accept what had to be done. It's still my choice. Alright, I'm going to tell her she doesn't have to do this. I feel like her mind is made up, but I want to... I want to at least try and see what's happening. You don't have to do this, Kanika. Yes, I do. You saw what's gonna happen if I don't. What am I supposed to do? Go back to my normal life after this, knowing how many people are going to suffer through the generations because I was too selfish to save them? How could I ever live with myself? Actually, I think all this is fucking stupid. What, you're just gonna do what Sybil says? No questions asked? There's not the Kanika I know. You're as stubborn as I am, remember? That thing is asking you to give up your life for some vague greater purpose. And even that is probably a lie. It says it's done this before, so it probably came up with the perfect line to feed each and every one of its victims so they'll give up willingly. Don't you have dreams and ambitions and stuff? Do you really think none of those matter just because it said so? Where is this coming from? I thought you hated me. No, Kanika, I have respect for you. You stick to your guns. You're the one who hates me. I don't hate you, Quiet, dear. There's no need to let the Scarlets talk you in circles. You already know the right answer, remember? You're right. All of this needs to end. I know what I have to do. I should have known the two of you would be trouble. You and your family have always valued your hold over the town over the happiness of its residents. How can you look around at the way things are and see anything but misery? Do you know what I see when I look at Scarlet Hollow? I don't care. I see the remains of some long dead thing. Hollowed out mountains where hollowed out people work to scrape the last few crumbs of death from dried up seams, hoping to animate the corpse of this town for long enough that they can see tomorrow. It's not gonna stay that way, and you know it.
Of course. And I know why too. But does Snowy Nerdy know why? Have you thought to mention it?
Shut up! I'm getting you out of here, Kanika! Tabitha doesn't waste another moment. She rushes forward, her hand outstretched toward Kanika. Oh no! I'm gonna help her save Kanika, because I want to see what happens. You and Tabitha dart forward, each of you grabbing for Kanika's wrists. As you both pull, the unreal world around you wavers, like a mirage no longer able to maintain its illusion.
Stop! Don't you touch her! You don't know what you're doing!
Tabitha, no! I've made my choice! You can't decide what's best for me! I mostly want to see what happens. She made her choice. That may be what I choose to be canon, and I might go back and do that, but I wanted to just see what happens here first. Both you and your cousin ignore her, and the world shifts nauseatingly around you. You feel like you're being buoyed upwards, ascending rapidly, reality rushing to meet you until finally you surface. You're outside. It's raining. You have no idea where you are. Tulip! Janie! There's the actual Chapter 5 finish. I was wondering why Chapter 5 was so short. Alright, so this is the end of Chapter 5. Only one more content update remains until the story reaches its conclusion in the final chapters. Holy shit. Okay. So. Honestly? Oh my god. I'm kind of tempted to keep saving Kanika as our canon ending. I feel like that's going to be relatively unique. I feel like a lot of people are probably going to, do what they need to do to sacrifice her. I will probably do the same thing where I go back and try the other dialogue options just to see, what happens if you do save Kanika. But that may be just an entirely separate branched path. So, I don't know exactly how long it's going to be until the final chapters come out. This was, as always, very good. Very weird. I still wonder if I can save Bo. So the two things I'm going to try to do off camera, I'm going to try to go back and save Bo, and I'm going to see what happens if I let Kanika sacrifice herself. Those are the two. Those will not be canon to my playthrough whenever the final chapters come around, but I just kind of want to see what happens. Other than that, very good. It was just so bizarre. I'm like, I don't know what was a hallucination. I don't know what was a vision. I don't know what legitimately happened. So it looks like I do think we did a lot from Sybil flashing back. That was all of her many, many daughters. But it's almost like I was in Sybil's body, but I wasn't Sybil because I was still kind of my character. I don't know. I really feel bad for Bo. I am really interested to see what Kanika does and what Sybil does, because honestly, after seeing what happened, there is a very good chance that we have just made an enemy of the most powerful witch in town, which is generally not an advisable strategy. I am going to be very interested to see what that happens. Hopefully this decision to save Kanika does not doom the town and just have me play out the string as everybody dies. But what I am going to do is, where am I going to put this? I'll overwrite this save here. Episode 5 end. So I believe there are going to be 2 chapters left, episodes 6 and 7. I don't know when they are coming out, but I did see that they are planning to release them both as kind of one installment. fittingly named the final chapters. So I will be back doing that once those come out. Like I said on my last stream, I think, or I guess stream, video, whatever you want to call it, I think Life is Strange has a new game coming out. I don't know if it's soon or what, but I might play that on camera as well, just because I played the last one, and I think I saw that they were advertising it would be another one in the, like, Max Chloe saga that we were continuing. I may even play the original Life is Strange, because it's been long enough since I've seen playthroughs that I've kind of forgotten what happened. Anyway, if you're interested in seeing me play the original Life is Strange on camera, let me know in the comments. If there's anything else you want me to play, let me know that as well. Other than that, I will probably play anything like interesting if I see something come out, but I will probably not be operating under the same release schedule that I used to. So it'll probably be, unless I got like people watching and they want to like, you know, see more out of me. It'll probably be like, oh, this game came out, I'm gonna do a video of it, or, you know, a month later, this other game came out, 3 months later, this other game came out, whatever the case may be. But if there's any games that you want to see me play, as always, leave them in the comments. Obviously, like, subscribe. I think there's a notification bell still. I don't know what YouTube is like, how the kind of interface operates. But I really hope you enjoy this. You can probably tell how much I enjoy playing this game, given that I came out of semi-retirement for it. So we will, I'll hopefully see you the next time I do this as well. In the meantime, like I said, anything in the comments you have to say, say it. I'm still keeping an eye on that. Other than that, make sure you are staying involved, staying engaged. Most importantly, staying cool. I will see you next time, whenever that may be. Bye-bye.